welcome back to my channel. My name is Janelle Samora and this is Scent Talk from my closet, the fragrance closet. On this channel we go over all things fragrance. We cover niche perfume houses. We go over layering combos. We talk about dupes and clones of original fragrances. All things fragrance on this channel. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and continue watching. Consider hitting that subscription button and the bell so you'll be notified to new videos, because you never know which fragrance house or perfume topic we're going to cover next. So we are strolling right into our 10th House of Gloi fragrance. I'm going to go ahead and review Tonka Bean Cakes today for you guys. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, hold on. Don't get too excited yet. I'm revealing things before introducing the fragrance. Oh, so delicious. Okay, we're back to Gourmand heaven. We are back. We only strayed away for a short amount of time. We are straight back here. Tonka Bean Cakes is from their birthday garden party collection. If you have not been here for the other House of Gloi reviews, I welcome you to check out the intro video where we go over all the different scent categories on the site, different bath and body products, all things House of Gloi, you know, a little history of the house, all of that. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. So today's fragrance though, Tonka Bean Cakes, it is one of those inspirable fragrances. Like, this is going to be a very versatile, gorgeous base. I mean, I'm completely out of Tonka Bean Cakes. This is how good it was. So the scent that I got from this, I just wanted to keep smelling it. And then I wanted this one particular note that I get from here that's not even listed in the fragrance. That is what it was like, oh, I want to smell this more within this, you know, I want to bring it out. So in Tonka Bean Cakes, we have fluffy little cakes flecked with lightly sweet tonka bean and coated in a delicate sugar glaze, and it is delectable. This is, oh, thank you so much. Shout out to Shimmer Luxe for suggesting that, you know, we try this one, and there's one more that we haven't tried from your suggestion. So thank you for introducing us to the house, and thank you for those awesome suggestions. You already know my scent palette so well. All right, thank you so much. What do I get from this scent? I get a very thick, caramelized, ooh, smell initially. Okay, I get this, you know, really quick transition into a cherry. I mean, cherry. Can Tonka beans smell like cherry? I don't know where this cherry note is coming from. I feel almost as if there's almond in here. Like, are the flecks, you know, in the cake almond? I don't know, you know, because almond can smell like cherry. So it just left me so stumped. I get a little slight marshmallow tinge as well in the opening. You know, it's just so good. It has several different little layers within the fragrance that just reveal themselves to you and just kind of just swirl in and out of, like, ooh, I can smell that cherry-esque vibe, and like, oh, I'm caramel gooiness now, and then just, ooh, I'm a warm, sweet, addictive vanilla. And you know, vanilla, if you know, you know that vanilla is one of my to die for. Some people call it basic and oh, and this, no, I feel it just makes me happy. If a fragrance or a note makes you happy, I don't even care. You can call me basic all you want. I am enjoying, I am loving it, and I'm gonna have a great fragrant day. Whew, so this is one of those. I mean, this is one of those that gave me that beautiful vanilla. And then the wheels started turning and the nose started going like, we're gonna be here for 2 hours in this closet if I tell you guys everything I'm thinking. Let's not do that. Let's try to keep it to 10-15 minutes, okay? That's been the goal ever since I started the channel, and then I ramble on for 20-25 minutes. So I apologize for those of you who do not enjoy a long form type video, but I really you know, do try to structure them to tailor them to what you guys are interested in, and then, you know, you can taper off the video if you're not interested in layering, for example. So I just talked to you about what Tonka Bean Cakes smells like to me. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about how I wore it today. Did it last? What's the longevity? What's the projection? And then, of course, I have some layering suggestions to go over with you guys. All right, so I completely missed the pumpkin butter sale, by the way. They do not have any tonka bean cakes available at the moment because Tonka Bean Cakes is part of their birthday garden party, and they're phasing that out because they're currently selling their fall and candy bowl collection. So their fall, their harvest, their candy bowl selections are going on sale right now. So once those sell out, they won't be back till next fall. So I really wanted to review the fall scents for you, but I just keep getting, you know, sidetracked with other scents. There's just so much. We still have a few more days to go, you know, with House of Gloi, so don't you worry. We're going to get to sniff all these. And then I'll go ahead and do a summarization video for you guys and talk to you guys about, you know, which ones was I not able to wear test, so that you'll have, you know, at least a feeling or how it smelled to me personally. And then I can go ahead and do a video on which bottles needed to come into the collection. Thank you so much again thank you. I'm telling you now, thank you for the subscriber who suggested, hey, you know, can you do like a ratings video for these weeks of houses you're going over? And I'm not good at that, I will admit. I'm not good at rating my fragrances because I love them all for different reasons. And you know, and they're also different to me for different occasions, and they treat me certain ways, and I just love them all. It's just, it's hard. It's hard for me to rate them, but I can definitely let you guys know from each house that we're reviewing which ones are full bottle worthy for me. You know, instead of like 2 weeks later I pop out with, hey, by the way, we got a full-size bottle of, you know, for example, pink marshmallow milk from House of Gloi, just because the sample was so delicious. So yeah, we have a full bottle. But I've already talked about this recently. All right, guys, now let's talk about how I wore it today. And then after that, of course, the layering. So today I went ahead and applied Sunset Glow by Bath & Body Works. I did apply this on my left side here. I'm so sorry. I applied this on my right. How am I forgetting where I applied it? It's still on my clothes. It's still here. So Sunset Glow by Bath & Body Works has in it fresh coconut, sparkling cherry, seltzer, dreamy moonflower, and caramelized vanilla. Now this fragrance is so similar to Sol Janeiro's Cheriosa 62. Now in this one we have pistachio and almond, heliotrope and jasmine, caramel, vanilla, salt, and sandalwood. So I don't pick out the salt note too much from this fragrance. I get all caramelized, you know, nutty pistachio and vanilla goodness from this fragrance. In here, it gives me more of a beachy air with that coconut, and I actually do get a little like a salt feel from this fragrance. For whatever reason, it feels like there's something in there that's a little salty to me. So even though salt is not listed here, I do get that somewhere, somehow. So this one feels beachy to me. This one definitely gives me this Sunset Glow, but on the beach vibe. And even though this one is marketed as such, it doesn't take me there. This gives me warm, cozy vibes. Year-round, though, it's light enough to wear year-round, but it's still, to me, a cozier fragrance than the Sunset Glow. So on my left side, I did wear the Sol Janeiro. We still have them here. How did they perform with Tonka Bean Cakes? So Tonka Bean Cakes, I did wear it on its own. That's why I'm out. It's because I was trying to figure out the fragrance. I was trying to narrow it down to not talk about, you know, things for 2 hours here in the closet. And when I was testing it out and getting familiarized, you know, like, okay, what note do I mostly want to focus and layer this with? It was only giving me a strong, like, 4 hours. Then it was tapering down to a light vanilla, and that's when it clicked for me that, at least personally, I would not like to wear Tonka Bean Cakes on its own, like just the oil. I would so love the pumpkin butter, you know, the Tonka Bean Cakes oil, and the eau de parfum spray of this fragrance from the House of Gloi. We're gonna have to wait an entire year for that, unfortunately. I believe the EDP is available, but I did not purchase it yet. Anyways, that's how I want to layer this fragrance like that, because just the oil on its own, I didn't get a lot of projection. It was not crazy strong projection. Now today, and you know, longevity as well, it kind of tapers down. So today, wearing it with these two, layering it, it did give me a full 8 hours. I got a full 8 hours of these fragrances, and that's that they were just creams and mists. So I can just imagine, you know, layering with some perfumes would really, really, really make it shine. Okay? All right, so that's how it went for me today. It wasn't a huge scent bubble. It was not crazy strong. This is definitely something you can wear in the heat. It was really humid today again, and hot, and it wasn't crazy hot like it's been, but it was still hot. So, and it worked beautifully. So, loved the fragrance. Wear the selection here. Either or would go beautifully. Now for the layering. Which one of these fragrances, what note in here? What do I want to accentuate? I actually want to accentuate something that's not even listed. I don't know if there's almond that's not listed in here. I don't know if there's an undetected cherry note in there somewhere, but I get that wonderful cherry vibe, and I want to accentuate it. So we have, first things first, the newest one here from Kayali, Love Fest Burning Cherry 48. Now, this would make it a little smoky with that Palo Santo note that is in here. It's really, really smoky, but this was such an enjoyable wear. And it's also very layerable, especially with vanilla-centered fragrances. So Tonka Bean Cakes and Love Fest Kayali's Burning Cherry 48 would be a match made in heaven, I feel. Now, speaking of cherry, you can't speak of cherry really without mentioning Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. I have this here. I do feel like it gives me a good, what is it? Maybe 4 hours of strength. So maybe this paired together could give us 6 to 7 hours is my prediction. But would it be an enjoyable cherry? Yes. Would adding this Tonka Bean Cakes add, you know, boost the fragrance and complement it? Very much so. I feel it in my bones. All right, so especially if my plan would be to do cherry elixir with that, oh, what is it called? Tom Ford Lost Cherry. So we have Cherry Elixir by Victoria's Secret, and here we have Black Cherry Liquid Amber and Quiet Mystery. This is one of those fragrances that I had to get a backup of because, you know, Victoria's Secret just loves to be discontinuing all the things. And so, yeah, these little limited edition type lines, if I liked it, I like to get me a backup. So I definitely have a backup of Cherry Elixir. And this goes wonderfully. It adds a boozy vibe to, you know, any cherry that you would like to layer this with. So it would go great with Tonka Bean Cakes and Tom Ford Lost Cherry. It would even go great with the Burning Cherry 48. Okay, so now, there is an almond note in this particular fragrance I want to talk about. This is the House of Oud Almond Harmony. I haven't done a deep dive into this house. I do not officially own any one of those beautiful hand-painted eggs. I wouldn't mind, but they're very pricey. So I really want to get familiar and wear test, you know, these fragrances before I decide to bring any of those into the collection. Yeah, so the House of Oud. Oh, patience is a virtue. You know, with these, so many. I want those cupcakes too, but I don't know which one to bring in to the collection. So Almond Harmony here has a beautiful cherry vibe with this, with the almond note that is in here. Almond can smell like cherry. So, however, it is also, oops, no, we're not done. It's also very powdery. It was much more powdery than I had expected. You know, Royalty Scents is such a great subscription to get a hold of niche fragrances, you know, without having to spend a fortune, and really get familiarized with the fragrance before you decide to splurge on a full bottle, you know. So yeah, I'm not sure about the House of the House of Oud's Almond Harmony. I'm not sure yet, but pairing it with Tonka bean cakes might change my mind. All right, so almond. We're continuing with some almond here. We've got Xerjoff's Italica. This is a cozy comfort fragrance to me. This is a winter big shop fragrance. I love this in the winter. The dupe that I have from Andromeda's Moon is on the money, and in fact, I do have a dedicated review, so I won't get into the differences and whatnot, but just know Andromeda's Moon has a wonderful, affordable dupe, and that's why I only had to buy a little bottle versus, you know, splurging on the 100 ml. So good, Italica, and Tonka bean cakes would layer beautifully with it. Oh, so good. So, Hypnotic Poison by Dior and Poison Girl as well would layer wonderfully with Tonka bean cakes. I would not mind it at all. Then we have Girl of Now Shine. Girl of Now Shine has in it, I believe the original Girl of Now, which I don't own, has a milky almond note in it, if I'm not you know, mistaken. And the Girl of Now Shine has in it a bitter almond, I want to say. But either way, it's really, really good. And there's a nice dupe for this, or in my personal opinion, it's not official. On the Be Layered website, you can find Close Encounter, and it smells so similar to Girl of Now Shine by Elixir. Okay? This one would go so, so good with Tonka bean cakes in the winter. Oh yes, I cannot handle this. Is very suffocating in the heat, okay? To me, you know, personal opinion. All right, so last but not least, I actually had to go and steal this from my daughter's vanity from her little carousel. This is Marc Jacobs Perfect. And to her, this smells, we have a review where we compared this to the intense version because she fell in love with this. We ordered a Sephora sampler, and I said, okay, it is time for your first big girl perfume. It is time to start your collection. So let's choose from this sampler. And I was like that she was going to choose Valentino's Voce Viva because I finally brought those two, the Voce Viva and the Intense, into the collection. I have a side-to-side wear test comparison. I finally did end up bringing those in, but I really wanted her to do so, and she did not. She was headstrong, and she chose Perfect by Marc Jacobs to be her first perfume ever. So I really do hope she cherishes this and remembers that this was her first big girl perfume for the rest of her life. That's going to be so amazing for her, you know, to tell her kids and all of that. My baby girl, she's 7 years old, and she so shares the passion for perfumery with me. Every morning we choose her scent of the day, and she even says, for my scent of the day, and she does her own little combos and everything. She's got creams, and you know, she's got a little collection just for her. Anyways, I think that this would go great with Tonka bean cakes, more so than this, the Intense version, which she actually did not care for. I can't say I did either. I already decluttered it. It didn't go well with our skin chemistry. So anyways, yeah, Marc Jacobs Perfect. Let's end on that note. Let me not break her first perfume. Okay, you guys, that's all that I have for today. This Tonka bean cakes is yet another winner from the House of Gloi. I love it. I absolutely loved it. I do want to get some videos together for you guys, definitely, on the summarizing this beast of a fragrance house. So affordable. That's why we have so much to play with, is because it was so affordable getting a hold of the samples. I love it when houses do that for us. You know, sometimes you throw samples in your cart and you end up like, wait, I'm only going to sample 7 fragrances for $90. I'm not doing that today. So this is just amazing. I love it. Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will have to get going. You have yourself a blessed rest of your day and your evening, and you stay safe. Thanks. Bye-bye.